Welcome to 28 Days Beyond, where we're celebrating our history, our heritage, our culture, and our own authentic voice. And today with us, we have the esteemed Melinda Emerson.
Well, my name is Melinda Emerson, as you said, but my nickname is Small Biz Lady.
Okay.
And I am America's #1 small business expert.
Where I grew up, it was difficult. I grew up in a low-income household, in public housing, so we lived in Section 8 much of the time, or we lived in neighborhoods with other families that didn't have a lot.
But also trying to blend into what does it mean to be an African American, and how do I connect with people.
It sounds cliche to say, if you don't know where you come from, you don't know where you're going. But there's some real truth to that.
So I went through this other phase of like figuring out what a black male actor is.
I wanted my students, black and white, to know that there were more people who were great speakers than Martin Luther King and maybe even Frederick Douglass.
Our history as African Americans in this country, from slavery to now, it has always been a need for acceptance.
It's something that's systemic, and I think that people are starting to wake up to the fact that there's a lot of things that exist in our culture that point to systemic racism.
The dream that's sold to a lot of African American males at a young age is, play football, try to go to the NFL, play basketball, try to go to the NBA.
We all lived in Nigeria as well.
Okay.
But I think we have a stronger connection to African Americans here than maybe my parents did, maybe because they're not from here per se.
But as I began to read and really start to contextualize our history, right, beyond what we've been told, I started to see that I am like the other black people, and together, we must sort of unite in order to work on the issues that face us, right?
Men like me don't have their fathers in their life, and they just calling out for help. They just calling out for a God to be their guidance. You know what I'm saying? Lead them, be a leader for them. And so if you don't got nothing to do, you're gonna get in trouble.
Hey, we thank you once again for tuning in with 28 Days Beyond, where we're celebrating our history, our heritage, and our culture in our own authentic voice.